Hey guys, I'm reading from my bed because my chair broke. The leg was broken for a while and I had to make do with what I could, but it just it just gave up. It gave up. So I'm gonna be reading to y'all from my bed. Anyways. This is gonna be the last one probably. I don't know. I still gotta do it. I still gotta do it. I don't know. I'll still continue on here, I don't know. Anyways, I really do wish the cat would just hush. Anyways, Genesis chapter 40. Hold on. When you get long hair as this, you just gotta make do. Anyways, and it came to pass after these things that the butler of the king of Egypt and his baker had offended their lord, and the king of Egypt. All right. Had offended their lord, the king of Egypt, and Pharaoh was wroth against two of his officers, against the chief of the butlers, and against the chief of the bakers, and he put them in the ward in the house of the captain of the guard, into the prison, the place where Joseph was bound. And the captain of the guard charged Joseph with them, and he served them. And they continued a season inward, and they dreamed a dream, both of them, each man his dream in one night, each man according to the interpretation of his dream, the butler and the baker of the king of Egypt, which were bound in the prison. And Joseph came in unto them in the morning, and looked upon them, and behold, they were sad. And he asked Pharaoh's officers that were with him in the ward of his lord's house, saying, Wherefore look ye so sadly today? And they said unto him, We have dreamed a dream, and there is no interpreter of it. And Joseph said unto them, Do not interpretations belong to God? Tell me them, I pray you. And the chief butler told his dream to Joseph, and said to him in my dream, Behold, a vine was before me, and in the vine were 3 branches, and it was as though it budded, and their blossoms shot forth, and the clusters thereof brought forth ripe grapes. And Pharaoh's cup was in my hand, and I took the grapes, and pressed them into Pharaoh's cup, and I gave the cup unto Pharaoh's hand. And Joseph said unto him, This is the interpretation of it. The 3 branches are 3 days, yet within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up thine head, and restore thee unto thy place, and thou shalt deliver Pharaoh's cup into his hand, in the former manner when thou wast his butler. But think on me when it shall be well with thee, and shew kindness, I pray thee, unto me, and make mention of me unto Pharaoh, and bring me out of this house. For indeed I was stolen away of the land of the Hebrews, and here also have I done nothing that they should put me in the dungeon. When the chief baker saw that the interpretation was good, he said unto Joseph, I also was in my dream, and behold, I had 3 white baskets on my head, and in the uppermost basket there was all of manner of baked meats. For Pharaoh and the birds did eat them out of the basket upon my head. And Joseph answered and said, This is the interpretation thereof. The 3 baskets are 3 days. Yet within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up thy head from off thee, and shall hang thee on a tree, and the birds shall eat thy flesh from off thee. And it came to pass the 3rd day, which Pharaoh's birthday, that he made a feast unto all his servants. And he lifted up the head of the chief butler and of the chief baker among his servants. And he restored the chief butler unto his butlership again. And he gave the cup into Pharaoh's hand. But he hanged the chief baker, as Joseph had interpreted to them. Yet did not the chief baker remember Joseph, but forgave him. Yeah, I have a few times. It's gonna be a small sermon, I guess. I don't know. I just want to say that Sunday when I was at church, a man came up to me, said he watched my videos. His name was Zeb. I know it may sound like I'm talking about the Bible or whatever, but his name is biblical. So, but when I met him, he made my day, really. He did. He very much did. Because honestly, I'm just thinking some of y'all are just swipe, 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 swipe. Like, swipe. Comment, swipe. And, here's somebody that actually got something from one of my videos. It's a blessing. But, I don't try to condemn you. I don't try to hurt you. I try to change you. Lord tries to change you by conviction, by repentance. And he does succeed, but you have to want to change. Because here's one factor that lukewarm people don't have, that normal people who go to church, claim they're Christian, here's one factor they miss: change. And I'm not talking about just change your clothing or whatever. I'm talking about your lifestyle. Your words change. You change. Your actions change. Your words, your look, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you live. Everything changes. Those people don't change. They stay the exact same way they were. They just act different when they're in the church. Because they do it for people, for fame. To get, you did well, son, or friend, or whatever. They do it for people. And I'm pretty sure it's also written, not just do it for people, or don't do it for people, but do it for God. Don't do it for fame. Do it for God. You don't have to do everything in the church. You could do it at home. Why do you think you can buy a Bible here? You can pray here. You can listen to worship music here. You can look at people preaching here. But it is good to go to church. Anyways, that's all about the time I have. Comment noodles if you made it to the end.